What's good, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So first I want to say I have been doing some deep thinking mostly while I was in sleep because I have spent the last week pretty much procrastinating to catch up on sleep. But my emotional energy is very low, my social battery was very low, but slowly but surely I'm getting back to where I want to be. So what I have for you today is the first in a series of changes that I'm making. I want to post 5 videos a day, or 5 videos a week, one every day. Jeez, I'm dyslexic, I think. But anyway, the first video is going to be a self-improvement type of video where we write down a list of things that we have been struggling with, things we want to improve on, and we take two things from that list and then create a small comprehensive plan on how we are going to actually achieve that goal of getting better at that thing or improving in that area. So I have my list right here in front of me. This is just for an example. I wrote it in Sharpie. Hopefully it shows on camera a little bit better. So the first thing I had on my list was procrastination because, like I said, I have been struggling with procrastination a lot. I've been telling myself I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do another thing. Never did any of them. I've just been laying in bed, not doing anything. The next thing is I have been slacking on my workout. So I like to work out. I used to go to the gym a lot. Now I'm mostly doing at-home workouts. I told myself I was going to commit to a specific workout for 90 days straight. I couldn't make it past day 4, got depressed, and then I went like a whole week without working out. But that's why it's on my list. I want to get back to working out every day. Next thing on my list was communication. I'm terrible at talking to people. Mainly because I don't talk a lot. I'm introverted. Well, I talk a lot, but I don't talk a lot. I talk a lot to people I know and I'm comfortable with. I don't talk to people I don't know. But even the people I know and I'm comfortable with, I can be, insensitive with my words. So that's one thing I want to improve on, just how I communicate with people, be more considerate of their feelings. And yeah, just getting out of the mindset that the world revolves around me. You know, it does. I'm the most important thing in this world. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And also, the next thing on my list was punctuality. I have been late to work like twice now. 1 minute late, but it's happened twice. You know what I'm saying? What's the saying? Once is a mistake, twice is a trend or some shit like that. Yeah, so slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? I want to nip that in the bud as soon as possible because that might start affecting my money. You know what I mean? I need money. Money is the root of all evil. Or actually, I like to say the lack of money is the root of all evil. Because you need money to survive in this world. You know, technically everything in this world started off as free, and some random human created a system called capitalism where you got to pay for everything, even if it's your basic human needs like food and water. But I digress. And the last thing on my list was budgeting. I have not been sticking to my budget like I wanted to. I've been buying food. Yeah, it's pretty much just been buying food, to be honest with you. Food is my weakness. That's why I got this little belly now. I'm getting fat. But yeah, as you can see, my list isn't anything special. Tried to make it as simple as possible. And let me turn this little light on so it's a little bit more clearer. Come on. Do you see? You see? Do you see? All right. And yeah, so I just wrote 5 things down. So out of that 5, we choose 2 things that we want to improve on the most. I chose punctuality and working out, right? So for punctuality, I gave myself 3 tasks that I want to implement to improve my punctuality. So I can show up on time and be great. You know what I'm saying? I'm already great, but I can be better. Everybody can be better. Nobody's perfect unless you're, I guess, dead. Because if you're perfect, what more do you have to live for? Deep thoughts. All right. Anyway, so for punctuality, the first thing I want to do is set more alarms. So I'm going to set a wake up alarm because I have not been going to bed and waking up on a schedule in like 6 months. I've just been falling asleep and waking up wherever. I need to get more consistent with my sleeping because if I can be consistent with my sleeping, then I know how much energy I'm going to have throughout the day. My energy becomes consistent. Does that make sense? I think it does. If it doesn't make sense, rewind and then listen to it again. Maybe slow it down in your head. I don't know. But if your sleeping is consistent, your energy is consistent. Simple as that. So I'm going to set bedtime alarms. I'm going to set wake up alarms. I'm going to set work alarms an hour before I gotta go to work so I can start getting dressed earlier because that's the next thing on my list is to get dressed earlier. So I set an alarm. So say I gotta go to work at 4, I set my alarm for 3. I get dressed at 3. So by 3:15, I'm gonna be fully dressed and ready for work. So even if I lose track of time and I leave like 10 minutes before I gotta be at work, it's only a 6-minute drive by the way. But excuse me. But if I can be dressed and ready earlier, then I can get to where I need to go early. That's just simple logic. And then the next thing is prepare the night before. So my shifts change a lot. So sometimes I got the short 5-hour shift, sometimes I got the full 8-hour shift. On the 8-hour shift, we get a 30-minute lunch break. I have been eating out at restaurants like Wendy's, Popeyes, stuff like that because I haven't been packing my lunch on time. I have food at the house that I already bought. So basically I'm spending twice as much money on food. You know what I'm saying? But if I prepare my lunch the night before and it's just a grabby to-go baggie, bars. But yeah, if I prepare my lunch before, then I won't have to worry about that when it's time to go. Does that make sense? So that's my plan to get better and more punctual for work, for, you know what I mean? For whatever. I ain't gonna be late to shit no more. That's my goal. It's already set in stone. The first step is to manifest it. Next step is to achieve it. You know what I'm saying? Before you can walk, you gotta have a destination. That's not necessarily true. Sometimes you just start walking and find yourself. But I know myself. I don't need to find myself. I don't think. I'm right there in the mirror. Sorry. And then 2 was I wanted to focus on working out this week. So like I said, I tried to commit to a workout for 90 days. I lasted 4 days. This time I'm going to do it. I'm going to get at least 30. And how I'm going to do that? First thing, and this was one of the biggest things I messed up on, lack of hydration. Water is so important in your body. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is drink more water. If I'm going to be working out every day like I want to, then the first thing I need to be is hydrated so that my body can do what it got to do. The second thing, stretching. Stretching is so important that it has been repeated my entire life. I never found it as important because I've always been athletic, but I've never been an athlete. Does that make sense? Like, I have always been physically fit when I play basketball, when I play football, whatever. I never really needed to do extra shit because just off genetics alone, I was already amongst the top 10. I didn't really need to do stretches. I didn't need to work out or nothing like that. I was stiff as a board when I was in the military. I still got first class PFT, CFTs. Well, until the asthma kicked my ass. But you know what I'm saying? I'm still funky fresh. I think I still got it. I still got it. It could be better, but I still got it. I got something. So yeah, I'm gonna start stretching more. Stretching before bed every night, at least 20 minutes, 1 minute per stretch, I guess. And after the workout, a cool down stretch. Also, part of stretching is I want to do a warm up before every workout. So good for your body. Quick story time. I used to go to the gym a lot, literally every day. I think I took only Saturdays and Sundays off, or it might have been Thursdays and Sundays off, something like that. But I went to the gym every day. But I used to have joint problems. Like my body all over just started hurting. Like when I was in motion, I was good. But like afterwards, I was stiff. I couldn't move. I was like, why does my body hurt? My bones was cracking and stuff like that. What I did was I took about 5 days from the gym to just let my body recover. I started stretching, and then when I came back to the gym, I started implementing a 15-minute warm up, which was pretty simple dynamic warm ups, high knees, jumping jacks, sun guides. You know what I mean? Just get the blood pumping. I used to walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes. What that did for me was astronomical because once I actually got into the workout, I felt no pain at all. It was like all muscle. All right, focus on these areas. I didn't have to avoid. Okay, this motion hurts this particular part of my body because that part wasn't warmed up. Oh yeah. So I'm going to implement warm ups and stretching after I work out and before I go to bed every day. How I'm going to do that is it's going to be a part of the alarms I set. And lastly, for the working out, is I'm going to change my diet. One, I want to cut out all sugar from my diet because sugar is so bad. Also, I want to lower the sodium intake of my body. So sugar and sodium are my two biggest things. You get sodium from fast food, from processed foods like ramen noodles, Tyson's chicken nuggets, all that stuff. It's not good for you. And then I'm black, so I season my food. I don't know if y'all season your food, but I be putting lemon pepper, seasoning salt, regular pepper, regular salt, garlic powder, onion powder. I like some cayenne powder. You know what I mean? Some ground cayenne. Got a little kick to it. But anyway, so that's my list. And then next week, pretty much gonna do the same thing, except for I'm gonna take the two that I already have implemented a plan for. So this week's focus is on these two specific. So when I create my list next week, I can take the 3 that I didn't use, which was procrastination, communication, and budgeting, and then put them on next week's list. And then the 2 that I did use, I take them off and add 2 more. Because by the end of this week, I want these 2 to be autonomous. Did I use that word right? I don't know. My mirror says I don't know. But pretty sure I used that word right. Basically, I want it to be to the point where I don't have to think about it. I already got the alarm set. I'm already in the habit of checking my schedule, checking or preparing my lunches, drinking water, stretching, eating better. You know what I mean? I might not be perfect at it, but I'm going to spend the entire week focusing on these things. So it should be okay to not put them on the list again. And that doesn't mean that I can't fall off and then find myself putting them back on the list. But next week I shouldn't have to. Does that make sense? So then next week I'm going to find 2 more things that I want to improve on. And it's literally a list of 5 things. You just choose the 2 most important ones, create a small plan down bottom, and you're golden. So that's today's video. Just a little bit of self-improvement, ideas, tips, and tricks of the trade, because I'm a genius and I like to help people. I just can't help myself, so that's why I'm doing this. I'm helping myself, and you get to watch me help myself while you help yourself. Because sometimes self-love is the best love. I do be needing a hug sometimes, so you can't hug yourself. Can you hug yourself? No, I ain't the same. I'm stiff. I got wide shoulders, so I can't really get a good firm grip on myself. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to embrace myself. But that is today's video.